This is a fascinating game. Maybe not on paper, but the numbers are intriguing to me.
It means a lot.
It means a hell of a lot. Falcons down in the dirty South against the Saints. Falcons are one of those teams, Wes. You're really good at this. I'm not, which is I get mad at teams because they burn me. And then I'm like, I'm never going to back them again. And the Falcons are one of those teams where you're more systematic, you're cool-headed. And you say, all right, maybe I got burned there. That doesn't mean that's going to indicate that I'll get burned the next time.
Right.
Falcons, Saints, open as a pick. Saints now small favorite, Atlanta point. No change in the total, which is 40.5. I just don't know if I can back Taylor Heineke, Desmond Ridder, what's going on with Bijan and Arthur Smith. I like Arthur Smith. I like their roster, but I talk about this all the time. Some of the parts don't equal the whole, and I don't know what's missing in the ATL.
Yeah, a lot of questions, I think, really, on both sides of this game, actually, because if you look, Derek Carr, remember 2 weeks ago, both these teams, by the way, were off a bye week here in Week 11. Derek Carr left with a concussion. Jameis Winston came in, and here's my thing with Jameis Winston. Like, I think the Saints, it depends on what you value more. He, to me, right now is capable of making bigger plays down the field than Derek Carr. However, he's going to turn the ball over, and you just have to kind of live with it. Remember that last year in Tampa when he's in the Hojo, the 30-30 club, 30 touchdowns, 30 picks?
That's an amazing club that I don't know that we'll see anybody else ever in.
No, because
occupancy, one.
Exactly, Jameis Winston. So we'll see if he's going to go. Meanwhile, we've already had a quarterback change again in Atlanta. Desmond Ridder renamed the starter. They went to Taylor Heineke. He got dinged up. Yeah, and Ridder finished the game, did lead him on what was the go-ahead touchdown, and then Arizona got the field goal to win the game 2 weeks ago. So two teams that are right there in the division. Tampa also right there. Carolina a distant fourth. But I think the market's a little bit unsure what to make this game because you got two teams coming off a bye. You know that Ridder is going to be the starter for Atlanta, but you don't know if Derek Carr is going to be the starter. I got a feeling if Derek can go, he's going to be the starter because that's the guy you're paying all the money to.
And that's kind of his MO, right?
Yes.
Like if Derek Carr is upright and can go and got a clear concussion protocol and all those other things, and he's got a shoulder as well, that he'll be in there. By the way, the Saints are minus $1.50 to win the South.
Yeah.
Falcons are plus 260 is what I'm seeing right now.
That's about what I bet them in the summer, actually.
The Falcons.
To win the South.
So it's almost this identical numbers. This game, this game for the Saints, they could really take a stranglehold on it.
Oh, yeah.
If they win it. But for the Falcons here, you look at it and you go, plus 290 you can get here. I mean, that feels, if you're a Falcon believer and you believe they're going to win this game, I would say also I'd sprinkle a little bit on that 290.
No, I concur with that. And look, I generally, and I don't want to get too married because I feel like that's a mistake sometimes that bettors make. You get too married to like your win totals or your division bets for the summer.
Individually.
Sometimes you have a wrong read on a team. Look, I bet Tennessee to win the AFC South. That's not going to happen. So I'm not going to keep betting that team like, oh, they're going to turn it around. They're going to turn it around. They're going to turn it around. No. Sometimes you've got to admit defeat, Dave, and you have to move on as not only a fan but a bettor. But I still think Atlanta is in the mix. And I still believe that they're the best coached team, even though, Arthur Smith's made some boo-boos too. But I think that they're the best coached team. I think the roster talent is pretty damn equal with New Orleans, and that's why you're seeing pick. Now, there are some minus ones out there, including right behind us at Circa Sports on the Atlanta Falcons. So I lean that way, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. This is one you could tease both sides almost, not together, obviously, in different teasers, but where you might get New Orleans as an underdog and you might get Atlanta as an underdog at some books, and then separate teasers. Low total, 41. Seems like it's a one-score game, doesn't it? So
it does.
I do lean Dirty Birds. I still think that they're the slightly better team than New Orleans, even though New Orleans the favorite to win the division with the one-game lead.
Yeah, there's a couple teams this year that have given away some games. You go, how'd you like the Falcons and the Bills and some of their losses? And this feels like if they're going to have visions of grandeur of winning this division, it starts with a win over the Saints. That's a big, big game, more so for the ATL than it is with the Saints and the injury issues there with Derek Carr, as we talked about.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.